Hello.
Hi.
We're joining you from Knit and Purl in Myrtle Beach. I'm Martina, owner of Knit and Purl, and this is
I'm Elaine.
Lane.
I'm Candace.
Yes, worker bees, right? We're all worker bees. All right, and so we're going to introduce you to our WIP challenge. We have quite a few spots left, right?
We do. We have plenty of room.
Yes, and we'll list all the links below how to join. We'll kind of go through just a little bit of what it's about and a few of the rules, because those are kind of a little bit, they're hard to write out.
Rules are important.
Yes, there are. So there is so this is for a WIP challenge through the end of the year. And there's two ways to join. There's a free group on Ravelry, and you can post anything that you currently have on your needles that you finish within the month of July. Did I say January? In the month of July, and we will draw prizes at the end of the month. So anything qualifies for that first option in the WIP program. The second option is a paid option, and that does include goodies. Of course, I didn't grab any, right?
Oh.
But we will link it below, and it includes a bag, a really nice canvas tote bag.
It's really nice.
There's a lot of good
Yes.
things in there.
I
don't have
stuffed
any
it
of them
full
here.
of
You don't
I
have
had
one on?
Oh, grab
5
one.
projects, 3 water bottles, a salad, and I think a container of taco meat, and it wasn't stressed like at all.
Martina went to get one.
Of course, there's none up there.
Most of us are putting our WIP challenges in it to bring them in,
Yeah.
because some of us are just working on 5 at a time and trying to rotate through them. And they all pretty much fit, as long as it's not a great big blanket.
Yeah. We came up with the idea for the WIP challenge because Martina and I both went through our stash and we're like, oh no, I have 20 or 25 or 28 projects in these schnazzy project bags sitting in the house. And I don't know about your husband, my husband's trying to make a little room and he's like, listen, you might have a problem.
Okay. So this is our fabulous WIP bag. And it's canvas. It's a good size. It's got the logo on there for the WIP challenge, Knit and Purl. Has a little hook on there. Hard to see. We'll have to put it in front of Elaine's.
White shirt.
Yes. So, perfect. Very roomy. Like she said, you could fit a ton in here. And it's a flat bottom. Flat bottom. Gusseted bottom. Alright, and then you get a little pouch of goodies. So you get a folded scissors, some point protectors, Knit and Purl tape measure, eucalyptus sample, tapestry needle, and then of course you get this little Knitter's Pride zippered pouch to keep it all in. Alright.
What a few of us have done is take the edge of this Knitter's Pride bag and it has a couple of holes for like tucking inside of a binder.
Yes.
I took this because I stole the idea from one of our other ladies and put it on my hook inside the bag. So there's no digging to the very bottom of this huge bag with all these projects in it looking for my scissors or tape measure or stitch markers.
Oh, you didn't bring the stitch markers.
Yes, and you get 5 stitch markers. They'll be in the picture. They're hard to see on camera here. They're so tiny. You get a crown, a hand that actually says handmade on it, a 2021 a sea turtle, and a star. So, and we kind of figured that we're picking our top 5 projects that we're working on currently that we want to get finished first. And so 5 stitch markers is what we planned for that. And okay, so this is kind of the rules here for the paid program. This one here is a little more strict. we have a sponsor that has gifted us over $1,000 in prizes just for this WIP. So we're kind of following rules that she was happy with. So what it is your projects have to currently already be on your needles. So you can't take something that you started yesterday and include it in the WIP challenge. It has to be before June 30th of this year. So anything before June 30th of this year on your needles will be included in the WIP challenge, right?
That's it.
And the exception to the rule is, so we can still sell yarn to our peoples, right? Yes. Is if you join a Knit and Purl knit along and buy your supplies with us, those will also count in addition to what you currently have on your needles. Okay, so then there are 4 levels of prizes. There's a 1 through 4, a 5 through 9, a 10 through 14, and a 15 and up. And that is how many projects you have finished by the end of the year. And there are different prizes in each level. Fabulous, fabulous prizes. Over 1,300 and growing, because I'm adding in more prizes the more people that join. Okay? So that's the basics of the rules. Post questions if you have them. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, right? And join us. It's so much fun. Also included is a weekly Zoom, okay? So you get to pick what time of the day you want to Zoom, so you get an hour plus weekly Zoom, yes, with either myself, Martina, Candace, Arlene is also doing this, one of our other ladies, and Molly is doing this with us as well. So there is a Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 with myself.
That's
noon,
AM.
Yes, AM for the early birders, right? And noon on Wednesday with Candace, 4:30 with Candace and myself as a combo, and Sundays at 4 p.m. with Molly, and 8 p.m. on Mondays with Arlene. So there's a good mix of time slots. You should be able to find something. However, there are limited spots. We're only allowing up to 12 people per time slot to kind of keep it manageable. And so we all will fit on one screen as well. So we're not, having to scroll through the screens. But we'll take as long as we can. So what you want to do is you want to bring any finished object that you have finished from the previous week that we have Zoomed together. And then also your current WIPs, 3 to 5 WIPs that you're currently trying to finish. And we will get together, talk about them, show and tell, have fun, whatever.
Share pattern.
Share patterns, yes. Get ourselves into more trouble because we love what they've been working on, that kind of thing. So
Isn't
just a
that
bunch
how
of
it
fun.
always happens, though? You see somebody making something, you're like, dude, that's cool. I want one of those,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, we get in trouble, a lot of trouble here because of everybody else's projects. So we get you into trouble, but you also get us into trouble.
Big time.
So it goes both ways. And we have fun all the time. So
You
all right,
never know
come
what's going to
join us.
happen.
That's right. Come join us. Join the fun. It's worth it. There's just so much fun going on. And I think, we've already gotten a great response about the idea of it, so it'll probably be an annual thing for the last 6 months of every year kind of thing. So join us this year, join us next year, whatever. I also want to say there will be a link down below if you want to get yourself some WIP swag, and it's kind of hard to tell on this one. This was the first batch through, and all the other batches have brighter letters on them. So there's a sweatshirt. Yesterday one of the ladies came in. I didn't take a picture, but really nice hoodie.
That is a really nice hoodie.
Quality hoodie.
Yeah, that's well made.
Yeah, and this is the most expensive thing in the shop. I think was $35 with a good pocket.
Great for on the beach in the chilly
Right?
morning walking
Yes.
a dog.
Yes. So
That
take a
pocket
look.
would hold a great skein of sock
Yes.
yarn as you're knitting and walking on the
So,
beach.
Yes. And I have also put in the prize pot, coffee mug, a water bottle, and I'm adding, like I said, I'm adding prizes as more people join. I have some goodies coming from Brussels, so that'll be fun. Next week we'll share that. All right, finished objects. This one has been on my needles forever. This is called Woodland Slippers. It's made in a chunky yarn. This is a vintage chunky, and I've had this done for a year, at least a year. I think pre-COVID, and I just finished its matching slipper. I hope it's the same size, because you know how that goes. I think it'll be good. These are for my husband at some point after their shop samples. So, chunky yarn, one skein, unless you do the super extra large, like that triple X. I think it goes up to triple or double X now. She just added sizes in there. It starts small, like a small women's, and goes up to a men's extra large.
She also has a toddler one.
Yes, as a separate pattern, right?
It's a separate
So she
pattern
does
for
have
toddlers.
children's sizes in a separate pattern. Woodland loafers, I want to call them. And I forgot to look up who it was from, but I will link that below as well. Anything that we show in here, I will have a link to the Ravelry or wherever we source them from. And then I'll even put in our project pages so you can go check up on us and see what we've been up to. All right, so that was my first FO of the week. By the way, I started with 23. This is my second FO this week. And this is called the number 26 Beachy dress. And this is from Knit Simple magazine, summer, spring 2020. Very cute. It starts at a size 1 and goes up to a 5/6. And it is made with 4 colors of universal bamboo pop. Yummy, yummy, yummy. It is so cute. I'm happy it's done. This is my second one though. I've made a baby size previously, modified the pattern, and so this is number 2. So last Sunday I was at the first Beachy, and I finished that in the week. So I'm very happy that this is off my needles. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So those are my 2 FOs for this week. What you got, Miss Lane? You got any FOs?
I just have one, and that was the doo-wop that we started as a knit-along this winter.
Oh.
This one isn't blocked yet. And this was
Isn't
out
that
of
lovely?
Malabrigo, Rios, I think we did.
A
And Royal? Yeah, a
Mhm.
Royal.
That is lovely.
But it hasn't been blocked, but this is the one I finished this week.
That is
So that's the only one I've gotten done.
So you have greenish blue.
Yeah, it's the greenish blue, a
Is it
Wales Road,
Wales Road?
and Indica.
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 Or
Indicita,
Indicita, whatever,
yeah.
however you pronounce that. It's gorgeous. Do
So
walk.
it just needs
lovely.
blocked, but it's not blocked yet, so.
That's all right. That counts as a FO in my book. It's like the iron pile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you get to them.
Well, we had company this week, so we couldn't spread it out anywhere
That's
because
right.
there was a
Right.
5-year-old running around.
Yes. Yeah, we had to make room for everybody.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Love, love, love. That's your only FO?
That's the only one that's
Okay.
finished.
Perfect.
Well, the other ones were before the 30th. We got a couple done, but
That's right. We crammed a few in before the end of
Yeah.
June. So that's okay.
Well, I had 2 FOs, but I was finishing them for a friend. So they have made their way to their new home, and one was Malabrigo sock
Yeah.
in all those purples.
Purpurous. I think it was
Oh
purpurous.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, super smushy. And then I finished up the
That was-
Celosius
Celosius
for
her, yeah.
Sherry,
Mhm.
and it's a color work T-shirt that is just adorable.
It's gorgeous.
And hers was in a pale lavender with white, or no, a light,
Pale
a
pink.
very, very pale.
Yeah, really pale pink or purple.
It was, yeah,
Like
it
a
was
blush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really very
was
pretty, and I was
really
honored to
pretty.
finish it. She wanted the sleeves lengthened a little bit from the cap sleeve that was called for, and she tried them on yesterday, and she looked fabulous in them.
They fit her so nicely.
They were perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
They were. I enjoyed it.
So that one is probably on my list. The first one is a pearl Soho, right?
Yes,
Raglan,
yes, and
and
it's
it was fabulous.
and it was a standard raglan, but the collar had this really neat treatment where you went down at the last row at the neck, went down 4 stitches and picked up in the back of that stitch to lift it up and knit it together. And you did that all the way around, so it made like this little ridge that was in
That's neat.
stockinette. And then you went around and you bound off on the next row, and it made a really nice accent. And
That's
you know,
great.
it's not
It was
not
so
a
pretty.
plain, you know, not like
Right.
a plain rib.
Just a nice
Or a
subtle finish technique that really cleaned it up.
Very
added
much.
some interest, and it was fabulous.
Very
Yes,
much.
and it fit her fabulously. But I would make that again. Had some shaping, and it had like a split hem in the front.
Yep.
Had some shaping, so I think you started the front and the back separate from each other, and then you worked bottom up, and then you did the sleeves, and then joined it all.
Yep.
It was fabulous.
And it was a 4-stitch raglan right at the
Yes.
through the underarm. Very
Gorgeous.
nice.
Did
It
you
was
put
very
that
nice.
in your project page?
I think so. I
If
believe I
there's a
did.
finish, we'll put the link in there. Hopefully, there's a nice finished blocking photo
Yeah.
or something in there, because it was really. It's a
I think
really
I did
a
take
nice,
pictures for blocking.
Yeah, nice basic raglan. If you're looking for a basic raglan and a fingering, it was fabulous.
Now, I did finish this. For those who don't know, I'm also a hand spinner. This is sampling a CVM Rumbledale sheep that I did in a chain ply, which is a 3-ply. So I wanted to see how it would behave when I plied it on a wheel. And this ended up being 58 yards, and I did it on a Babe production wheel, which is a PVC style construction. And you can't feel this, but it's actually really cool. It's very smushy, and there's a little bit of lanolin left in it, so
Really good
Really
feel
nice.
to it.
it's got a nice feel
Little
to it.
toothy and yummy.
It's it'd be
Beautiful,
great
neutral,
for a felting project or an Aran style sweater.
Yeah.
I think it will make really nice.
It's so nice.
So-
Cables would be gorgeous with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the cables would definitely pop in that. So since it is coming to the end of Tour de Fleece, I've been doing a lot of spinning.
What do we have? 3 or 4 days? The 18th, right?
Yes,
It's the
I think
last day.
I think closing ceremonies is the 18th. The last day of the actual race is 17th.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that.
I think you're right. Saturday is the last day. Sunday is the ceremony.
That's what I think it is. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Nice. All right. So that's all for FOs between the 3 of us. We've seen a lot of good things this week with all the other ladies. So
Oh
it's
my
been
goodness, yeah.
so much fun. All right, so we're gonna do whips, a few whips each. This is my Mrs. Brown's bag.
I love that
From
bag.
Jody. I've had this a few years. Love this size too. I think this is her sweater size bag. Love it. Love the zip on it. Everything. Had to have it. I got a crochet one somewhere too, but it holds crochet. So my first whip that I want to finish this week, I think, because I only have one sleeve left. I've finished and even wound. I've even sewn in all my ends and everything up to this point. I'm behaving because that's not often. This is called Anchor's sweater, and I do have the pattern in here. No, I don't. Never mind. It is a petite knit, and I love this one. And this one is for the child size, so it goes up to I believe a 10. But it's a DK pattern, and what I am doing is I've used my scrappies, my fingering scrappies from 2 other projects, and held them double to create the DK, and I'm just using the yarn until it runs out. So I'm holding two together, and when the first one runs out, I just add the second one, and that ran out. And so I'm just scrapping it. And this is for my granddaughter, and this is a size 2-3. So this has
All the colors.
Happy Feet in it. It has Huasco color in it, and I think that's, oh, and it also has the Indulgence hand kettle dyed,
Oh, that's
yarn,
nice.
which
That's
is
a nice
really
yarn.
nice. So like the darker pink and stuff are the Indulgence from KFI. Really yummy, yummy yarn, and they have fabulous colors. So that's my first WIP that I want to finish. This is my bag of baby sweaters, so I don't know that I'm gonna do that many sleeves in a row, but I'll show them to you anyways. So this is just
Oh
a
my
little guy.
gosh.
He's a little guy here. This is called the Oatmeal sweater by Sarah Cook, and I'm knitting this for a shop sample, just to have something in baby in the bamboo pop. So bamboo
Neat.
pop, and it's the charcoal. And let's see here, Sarah Cook Designs Oatmeal sweater, and this goes up to a size 24 months. So 3 months through 24 months. So, and it's also a DK weight yarn. So the most you would need is 250 yards. So one single skein of DK, no matter what size you're doing. And I am on 6s and 4s. So I don't know. I'll link it below. It's got like a broken rib up here at the top. It's harder to see in this gray color, but the yoke or the top part of the sweater is all broken rib, and then just plain stockinette. So I just have to do buttons and sleeves. So that's number 2 out of the baby box, baby bag. That one is not one. See my messy old bag? Elaine's having a fit over here.
Oh, no.
Look at all that mess.
Look at that.
Look at the mess.
What else is in there? It's like
All
a
right.
Christmas present here.
Wait,
So-
Jimmy Hoffa? What?
Oh, see, that
It's not
doesn't belong
it's
to
not that messy.
Well, it has. Oh, I got
Aw.
rainbow socks in there. These are basically finished. They have not been woven in and blocked. I made these for my son. I think they're already too small for him, and he said they feel funny. So he's really sensitive about his feet. So
He's not wearing those socks.
no, but this was Millie Calori Baby, and this is
Final?
KFI.
KFI, it was the little ones left over from the pine
Oh.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it's just little first heels, toes.
Yeah, they
Cuffs.
look like little jelly beans.
Yeah,
They're
like
like
a
20 yards a piece.
40 some yards maybe.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, so I think you could do heels and toes with them, but you couldn't do the cuffs, or you have to do the other. I took one of each color, and everything is different. Everything's different. The only thing that's the same color is the rainbow sock here. So this is one color of the sock, and this is one color, the purple, and then I have a green. So there was nothing similar except for the cuffs and the main parts. The heels and toes were just scrappies left over. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna grab that.
see what I mean? When you find all kinds of things in my bag. So this is it. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yes!
all day.
All right, so my last sweater in this bag. See, this bag holds a lot of things. I got even full skeins of yarn in here.
It's deceiving how much you
It's
can put in
very
that.
deceiving. There is another sweater in here. Here it is. So this is called Olive You Baby. Olive You Baby. And this is a charity. I'm just doing this as a charity knit. And this is left over from last year. I had a mistake, like right here. There's little cables going down the front, and it's a side fasten with, I think, 5 buttons. Yeah. And so I just have about 3 more inches on this. And again, sleeves. Sleeves are not my
Well, you
favorite.
have a lot of sleeves to do.
I do have a lot of sleeves, but they're small. They're small items. And this is on the 18-month. I'm making the 18-month size. All of You Baby by Taga Hillard Designs. I hope I said that right, because I'm really slaughtering it. Yeah. And she had Katrinkle buttons on hers, in her sample, which are adorable. So I'll link that too. So everything we talk about will be linked. So those are my 3 WIPs out of 1 bag.
Wow.
Plus a finished sock that needs blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my messy bag, but all fits in here. Love it. Alright. What you got, Miss Lane?
Well, this is a knit along that we're probably pretty close to finishing up, and this is Daybreak. And I'm at the ready to divide for the back and front, so there's not much here. It's in a gray. This is a yarn that was in my stash that I've had for quite a while. It's actually a discontinued yarn. Okay, and I just figured this was a good little tee. It's going to do a lace panel at the top and then just have sort of like a cap sleeve. So I'm hoping that I'm pretty close to this and maybe can get this done in the next week or 2.
Yes. Love the look of the
So
fabric.
this is this is actually supposed to be a DK, but I think it knits up a lot more than
It's definitely on the heavy side.
Yeah.
more like a
Yeah.
worsted, but it's 100% cotton. As I said, it's a discontinued yarn, and this was just
Was that the
Stash.
Debbie Bliss?
Debbie Bliss DK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have one to replace that through KFI.
Yeah.
Has a denim DK now, and they have a lot more colors to pick from. They're all fabulous.
Yeah.
It's a
So,
really nice yarn. But
It's a nice
yeah.
yarn. I've used it before, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit heavier than a DK, so it depends
Yeah.
on what you want to
Mhm.
pick to do with it. But it has a nice feel. It washes up nice. It dries nice. You know, lay it
That's
flat
even
or top.
better.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
laid it flat. I've run it in the dryer, so
Mhm.
the replacement, if it's as good as this one, will be fine.
And you're knitting this for a gift. Maybe.
Probably, yeah, probably for I have
Maybe.
13-year-old granddaughters, and so one of them will probably get it. We sort of like put them out and say, okay, kids, try them
Yeah.
on and see what you like.
Right,
Take
right.
any of them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Don't force them on them because
No.
they'll never wear them anyways.
Right. So it's just pick what you
Nice.
like. Here they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this one.
Yeah.
Love the fabric on that one. What else you got?
Well, this has no pattern.
That's okay.
This is Chatsky and Baby
Chatsky.
Lux.
Yep. So we got Chasky
And,
by Amano Yarns,
okay.
which is a sport week,
And
and then Millie Calori
Calori
Baby, and she's
Lux.
using the Lux that has been discontinued. They still have Millie Calori Baby, but they don't have the Lux,
Lux
with the
with
little
the-
bit of bling in it.
okay.
They discontinued that last year.
And part of this is blocked, and that's why it's smooth, and part of it hasn't been blocked. And what it started with is this is actually the mosaic to merino squares, and I like that pattern, and I made a shawl out of it, and I decided it would make a cute little tee.
Yeah.
But
It's really cute.
and then I just did a panel on the sides to put it together, and this one is laying much better because it's been blocked.
Mhm.
And so I just have to do the sleeves and the neck, and it's a nice little long tunic for a pair of,
It's so cute.
That'd be great with leggings.
with
Yeah.
a pair of leggings, and it's gonna be an open hem. And as I
Mhm.
said,
One
there's
of
no
a kind.
pattern. It's just
It's fabulous.
something that popped in my brain.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
And
we'll
she's
see how-
using up leftovers from
Yeah.
her shawl, right?
Right. But yeah, these are just,
This
parts
is
of,
what you had left over.
it's parts of leftovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just to finish up the yarn because you overbought, and it's like it doesn't
Mhm.
take much.
It's really, really cute top.
So I think it's like not even 2 skeins, and
Yeah.
and this won't even be 2 skeins of this. So
Mhm.
we'll see how it comes out when it's done.
It is already fabulous.
Yeah, we're gonna do little repair work here and there and finish.
And love the Chasky.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Great
chassis is
feel.
really nice to knit with.
yeah.
It's really
I would
nice.
definitely
It washes
do.
and blocks
Yeah.
nice
I
too.
would definitely just do like a
Yeah.
nice pullover sweater in this. It has such a
Mhm.
nice feel to
Oh,
it.
yes. It's a merino Pima cotton linen blend. It's really nice. Sport weight.
It's really
Yes.
nice.
Very nice. That's all? That's all for today?
That's all for today.
Okay.
We'll not duplicate because we're doing the same color here.
So we've been doing a knit along here at the shop where we took this fantastic design by Amy Herzog of her curlew sweater, and there was this wonderful lady in the project section that totally modified hers, and we wanted to make that. So we followed her mods, and mine's not quite done. I'm working on the second sleeve now. But look at that.
That's gorgeous.
How cool is that? And we added to the length a little bit, or I did, and it's going to be amazing with a pair of leggings or a pair of skinny jeans. Do people still wear skinny jeans? I really hope so.
I think anything's in style right now.
Right,
so
right.
anything goes.
And it's got
That's
this
my
neat
opinion.
little shawl collar that's going to come up and it is seamed. So I'll sew this together here and then attach that to the back neck. But the sleeves come to the elbow. The rest, it is open fronted, so there's no buttons, no buttonholes, nothing to mess with. We knit this in the Barocco Medina. This, to me, looks like a painted sunset over the ocean.
That's gorgeous.
And great minds think alike.
We have
Elaine's
the
doing
same
the same color.
That's right.
So,
And it's worked side to side.
And you're doing the
It
mods
is.
as well.
Yes.
yes, it's worked side to side. So you start at the left cuff of your sleeve, come up, increase, and cast on for your fronts and your backs. Work across, make all the facings, which the original facings are a 2x2 rib. We did seed stitch. We've got some really good compliments on the seed stitch. And then you come back and you knit the front and back again and down into your sleeve. And I'm hoping to have the sleeves done either tonight or
You're
tomorrow.
You're really
And
close.
then block the heck out of it and seam it together maybe by next week. Let's
Yeah.
cross fingers, right?
With all your million projects.
Yeah,
happening,
and
right?
everything else I do. All that copious amounts of free time.
Yeah.
And since January, here at Knit and Pearl, we've been doing a sock of the month club type thing. And each month we have added since January, we've added a new technique to our repertoire. We have four brand new sock knitters who just started this year. And I love socks to take on vacations. I do medieval reenactment, so I travel a good bit. So having a pair of socks with me is always relaxing. You catch a little bit of downtime and dressed up in funny clothes, and you can work on your sock. This month's sock is, we were learning how to do magic loop. So I took this entirely too cool sock yarn
Oh,
called
So
Lang
many.
Twin Sock. And it looks interesting in the ball. Look how that's knitting up
Yeah.
in the sock.
Back to the 70s.
Right? It's very 70s. I
Yeah.
feel like I should be roller skating to like
Yeah.
disco music, right?
Yeah, when
I
you
think it's
said
great.
tube sock, I was like,
Tube
yes,
socks.
That just reminds me of tube socks.
I got to hear it and I was
It's
like,
fabulous.
Martina, look, tube
Yeah.
socks.
Yep.
I am knitting mine on a 0. I have most everybody else knitting it on a 1. But it's a standard sock yarn, so whatever gauge floats your boat, right? This is the first sock, and hopefully everyone will be mostly through the heel turn and probably a good bit of the foot by next week. And then we'll finish up the toe and then do our second sock, right?
Love that. I almost feel like those need to match.
I'm going to try
Yeah.
to pull out through
To get
the
to the same
Same.
point.
to get the
point.
same point.
Just because
in
it
this-
just started so nicely on that
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
And through this entire thing, I have not reached any of the blue yet.
Yeah.
This baby blue yet.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to
It'll
it.
all be on the foot probably,
Mm-hmm.
Right?
right?
That's
Just have a big chunky blue on the.
hey man, as long as we actually get some of that blue in there. There's some baby pink in here.
Oh, it's yummy.
Some more of the peach.
Yeah, she hasn't even hit all the colors.
Yeah. Yeah, so I like the way that it feels. It's much more of a traditional sock yarn compared to, it's not a merino, it just says virgin wool and polyamide.
Yeah.
So there's your nylon content for the people that enjoy that.
We love that, and that Lang Super Sock comes out with a quarterly sock color.
Yeah.
So like six to 8 colors every quarter. Really fun colors every quarter. You get most of them, but not all the time. But so
What
fun.
else you got in there?
Yeah, it's the magic basket of awesomeness. So I went through and I pulled out a project that I've had in this basket for some time. And in the course of my medieval reenactment, sca.org, shameless plug right there.
Okay.
These are my Chowgu minis. And this is a 000. And I am trying to get to a historical gauge, which is 18 to 24 stitches per inch. I'm not there.
You
I'm
need
not
like
there.
A odd 8.
I am ordering 4/aughts, 6/aughts, and 8/aughts. I have to order them from Germany though, so it's going to be some time. I am down to 14 stitches to the inch. I started with 12 on a 0, 14 stitches to the inch on a double. I'm hoping to get 15 on these 3/aughts. And this is 100% silk that I got off of Etsy. And it comes in 100-gram or 100-yard pods. It is
It's
a
like with
20.
toothpicks.
Yeah, it's actually toothpicks are much thicker than the needles that I'm using. These are like almost hairpins. The
Mhm.
smaller ones will be hairpins.
Yeah.
And
I
this
would
is
imagine you would probably bend them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
thinking.
trying very hard not to bend them because I do generally knit very tightly.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
why this is still a work in progress because I can't work on it very much because I start tightening up.
And that is the proper size thread.
Yes, this is a
get the
20/2 weaving thread, which in 100% silk, which would have been found in Italy prior to the 1600s. You can look in the Victoria and Albert Museum and also the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. They have these gorgeous Italian brocade knitted jackets, which were, royal sweatpants.
Yeah.
Okay, which is insane because they had literal gold threads, spun gold.
Do you wonder how
knit into
in
them.
Italy they got the silk from? Because you think of that as like.
It's a luxury good,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But they put it in everything.
Well,
Didn't they?
if you have the entire coffers to an entire nation,
This
Don't
is
you
true.
think of like the
This is
silk though from like Japan, China, and that
true.
kind
Yeah,
of
you do.
yeah,
Not
over
necessarily.
that whole Silk
Oh,
Road
boy.
that crosses all over the continent of Asia. And then, the Vikings were picking it up and traveling it up into, it's crazy. It's crazy. I've learned so much since I started doing this crazy stuff.
Well, you're trying to get as close to
As
accurate
close to
you
as
can.
original
Yes.
as I can, and that is a travesty. And then I have over here behind us my favorite wheel. It is a Kromsky minstrel in a castle style, so it comes up and down instead of side to side. And this is the Malabrigo noob that we carry here in the store, and it is 100% merino. It is not superwash, and I will spin this all up and knit it into a hat. I have the first bobbin spun. So I have this much left of the first 4 ounces, which is, this is about 1 3/4 ounces left. So I want to get that finished as part of my whips so
You're
I
gonna
can get the
apply
hat
that.
done. Yes, I will apply each bobbin against each other. You spin in one direction and you apply in the opposite, and they come together to make a 2-ply yarn. And this will be a really cool, probably like a toboggan hat or a toque, you know.
Yeah, I'm excited
Really
to see
looking
that
forward
one.
to it.
That
I'm
would
really
be
looking-
fabulous. And that's not a superwash?
It is not a
No.
superwash
Okay.
because I found out the hard way. When I knit myself, I spun all this beautiful, it was in the Malabrigo noob in the Archangel color. And it was wonderful, and it went with me to an event last October, And then I was like, dude, it smells like campfire and smoke. I didn't even think about it. Threw it in the washing machine, and now I have a pouch.
Oh.
I have a pouch. It's a drawstring pouch, and it's pretty snazzy,
That'd be
but
so
it's
cute.
probably about this big,
Yeah.
and that's not going to fit in my head.
You have a yarn cozy.
Pretty much, yes. If
Yarn
I had
cozy.
shaped it, I could have made it
Yeah.
into a little basket. Would have been pretty snazzy.
You're wearing it at your waist, a little
I could.
hiding it under the
could.
skirt.
Change.
Well, in all truth, it will hold one skein of sock yarn
Oh,
in it.
well.
So,
There you go.
multi-purposing,
There you
right?
go. At least it's still usable in some.
It is still
in
useful.
some manner.
It is.
Yes.
It's not like I took an entire sweater and shrunk it down to this big, right? And
To your Barbie doll
I
size.
can't even
yeah,
imagine.
right. American Girl.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. I kind of teared up. I cried a little bit. I was like, oh,
Yes.
man, it took me like, because I wasn't
long?
spinning so much and I wasn't very good at it, and it took so long to spin up that meager 4 ounces, and then I shrunk the heck out of that hat. Oh, my husband
have
was
been
laughing at me. He's
broken.
like, "Why are you crying over knitting?" I was like, "Come here, I'll make you cry too."
Let me see you spin that and then knit it.
Right?
And then it's done.
So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine. Not unintentional. That's why my husband does not do my laundry.
Lou, yeah, this time Lou did not put my hat through the wash, but
Right.
in
No,
one
it's
year
just-
I lost 4 sweaters, the equivalent of $1,200 worth of name brand yarns, and that's when Lou stopped doing my laundry. He stopped trying to help. God bless him.
Yes.
He's a good man.
They're
But that
they're
time it was
helpful,
close.
but they don't know what they're doing.
He almost
Well,
didn't
they
live.
can't tell from,
Right.
and they're just used to
Yeah,
throwing it
he
all.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
thank you, but don't touch.
Right? I truly
Yeah.
and really appreciate all of your assistance.
Yeah.
All the way, absolutely. But if you touch anything that looks hand knitted again, I might have to harm you.
You had that happen though on something that you recently knitted that you washed, right?
I did. I had a
Unfortunately.
piece, and I think what it was is that it went through the dryer.
Oh. So
Because
got
it was a
partially
blend.
felted.
It was a blend, and whatever wool content was in there,
Was enough
Yeah.
to.
it was just enough to, and it didn't shrink it. So
Yeah.
it brought it up about 2 inches at the waistline,
Mhm.
and I could still wear it,
It still looks great,
but
but not as
it found a new home.
flowy and yummy as it was before.
It found a new home.
I've done it when
Oh,
I
good.
forgot what the fiber content
Good.
was and thrown
That's
it in. And it's like,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
the rule of thumb is you can wash it, but never dry it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wash them all together in one, and no agitation, right?
Mhm.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes it's unavoidable. We don't know
It
if it's really been
happens.
treated properly or whatnot. So
Right.
it happens to us all.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, that's all we got for you. Unless you can think of something else. I think we're good.
Shameless plug, if you want to learn how to spin, come see me.
Yes, yes. We're open every time if the doors are open, our table's open for knitting.
Yep.
You can join us, have fun. There was a ton of ladies here every day
Oh,
this week.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
10
have a
a.m. to
blast.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
Come hang out.
Yep. All right, y'all.
Next time.
We'll talk to you next week, hopefully. We'll see you in a Zoom. Bye.
Bye.